Hello, World History. This is day 17, 17b. Today, 17b, we're going to finish up the Indus River Valley. And then before we end today, we'll start and look at China. So the sixth note to write down, continuing from the previous lecture, is that India has been and is a largely patriarchal society. And when you see that vocab patriarchal, it means dominated by men, from the Latin patra. During Gupta India, women lost rights that they had in Maurya India during the early AD. The Gupta Empire is considered a golden age in Indian history. And let's look at some of those achievements to see why it's considered a golden age. In medicine, they printed medical guides, classified 1,000 diseases, identified 500 healing plants that God made, conducted plastic surgeries, hopefully, I assume, for medical needs, not Hollywood, performed C-sections to deliver babies, and did inoculations, which is to prevent diseases. In literature, they wrote the Kalidasa. In astronomy, they perfected a solar calendar, again, similar to Native Americans. They knew that the Earth is round well before the Europeans. In mathematics, they discovered what the number pi is, the constant number of pi, the concept of zero, again, like the Native Americans, and they used a decimal system, which is advanced as well, to get numbers to their kind of smallest accurate point. So note 8a is that Indian mathematicians developed the concept of zero and the decimal system. Here is a quote. I am not going to take the time to, I want to read it. Bear with me. Okay, here's the quote as you're writing down your notes. This is from Pierre-Simon Laplace, a French mathematician of the early 1800s. It is India expressing all numbers by the means of 10 symbols, a profound and important idea which appears so simple to us now that we ignore its true merit. But its very simplicity, the great ease which it has lent to all computations, puts our arithmetic in the first rank of useful inventions, and we shall appreciate the grandeur of this achievement when we remember that it escaped the genius of Archimedes, the greatest minds produced by antiquity. Note 8b is that Gupta mathematicians developed numbers that we use today. Arabic numerals are from India, actually not Arabia, and you can see those early numbers there along the scroll. And an ancient Indian mathematical manuscript is written on birch bark in this picture here. This was created between 200 years before Christ and 300 years after Christ, AD, after his birth. The Bakshali manuscript is the oldest record of Hindu Arabic numerals, and this includes the invention of the concept of zero prior to Native Americans having done it. A lot of great accomplishments in India. Number 9, medicine was highly advanced. They could set broken bones, perform facial surgery, give a vaccine for smallpox. Note number 10a is that they built massive stone Hindu temples. They built stupas, large dome-shaped shrines. The Gupta Empire declined and was conquered by the Huns. And then later on, the next large empire you're going to see is almost 1,000 years later with Mughal India. And that is ancient India. We end ancient India today at 17b.